Testing, testing, testing. Hey. I just want to see how it sounds. Welcome back to my channel. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I don't want to say that. Okay. I sat here for quite a few hours trying to get my life together and get my camera set up right for my YouTube video, and it's not working. This is awkward. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Hey guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk about something that's actually kind of like a big part of my life right now, because it's the industry I work in currently outside of photography. I am a bartender. We can do a little bit about me like a little later once I get like a little bit more comfortable just kind of being in front of camera. I'll get on here and like just kind of talk about myself. But I work in the service industry. I'm a bartender. I've been working in the service industry since about 2017. I've always had another job. When I came down to Atlanta, I was a pharmacy technician, and I had decided not to go back to school because I was just moving to Atlanta and I was going to take photography more seriously. So part of that was like buying new equipment, and I just needed extra money, and the quickest way to make extra money was in the service industry. So I started off as a hostess, which wasn't the quickest money, but I mean, I got paid bi-weekly. I had an hourly pay, and then I moved up into bartending through like just constantly trying to get the places I was working at to train me. They refused me, so when I went to the next place, I just was like, oh yeah, I was a server, and yeah, I did this and this and that. Even though I did serve tables at the hotel I was hostessing at, like they wouldn't move me up. It was annoying. Like they didn't want to interview another hostess, or they couldn't find another hostess, so there was no room for growth for me to make like the money I needed to be making so I could get what I needed to get. Fast forward, I ended up securing a bartender position in 2019 at a steakhouse, and I kind of just taught myself, honestly. Like, since working as a hostess, I always I made flashcards. I made like a little booklet, and I just put like different drinks in there from the different spirits, my gins, my rums, my tequilas, my vodka drinks, liqueur drinks, all types of shit. I just had a little variety. So I knew drink recipes, but I never made them. So in 2019, when I started working at Del, that's when I got like real hands-on training. I had went behind the bar at some other jobs, but it just didn't get to the point where I got promoted. 2019, I started bartending at the steakhouse, and in 2 weeks, I was the best bartender there. I'm like, I don't care what nobody say, whoever I worked with, I was fucking drinks up, okay? Tequilas, lemon drops, pomegranate martinis, whatever you needed, baby, I had you. I had you. I think the favorite thing to make for me though was the pomegranate martini, because we don't got that at my other job right now. So it's kind of sad that I don't get to make those anymore, but boom. So I have lots and lots of experience with people and just providing an experience. And so today I'm going to come and talk to you about the pros and cons of working in the service industry. At the end, we'll cover like how to like keep your sanity when you're really working with these people, because like I promise you, these are the most eclectic people you'll ever run across, from your coworkers to your managers to the people that will be asking you for food and drink. Interesting. So we'll start with the pros. The first pro I would like to point out is flexibility and schedule. So when at the beginning of the video, I kind of told y'all that I always had another job, and being a farm technician, like I was rotating because I couldn't open all the time, I couldn't close all the time, and I could never work mid-shift because I would always have to be at my other job. So like I needed to have a shift that was either morning or night. So working in the service industry, I was able to have my schedule like rotate on weekends. I was able to let them know, hey, I can only work mornings on these days, and then I can work nights on these days. And I usually work for like mornings during the week, and then I would do doubles every other weekend, because like some jobs, a lot of jobs don't do this anymore just because of like security purposes and just kind of keeping people safe. But like some jobs will cash you out at the end of the night. So if you do a double on a weekend, you could really be walking out with $200. Like I used to, like, you could make like $500 in 2 days. And it's just, I was serving burgers. It was burgers and wine. That was easy. So yeah, the flexibility in the schedule allowed me to have my job that paid my bills, and then have my money to invest in my career, or to, you know, just do other things with. The money is the next pro. Like if you get into a good spot and you know what you're doing, you know your menu, you know your drinks, you know how to talk to people, you know how to manage them. You have to manage the people at your tables. You're the boss, okay? Don't let these people run over you. You set the tempo. Just don't be lazy, because then that's when it gets annoying. So yeah, the money was good. Like the money was great. Okay, and then being a bartender, when I moved into bartending, y'all, I'm going to miss, when I exit this industry, finding little wads of cash all over my house. And it don't be like big money. It don't be like $200 in a little box. No, it be like $13, $14. I found $7 in some pants. I probably have a random 20 that I like tucked because I was supposed to be, but I ended up using ever, or, you know, shit like that. Like, I'm just gonna miss finding little random money around my house and in my clothes when I do laundry. Like, it's always nice to like kind of walk out with cash. It's always nice to be able to like know, like, hey, if I go in and I put this amount of energy, there's a great possibility that I can walk out with this much money, especially if you work in a good place. And the good place consists of good management, good food, and good atmosphere, good service from not only you, but from your coworkers, and also just like a good crowd. Cause like the crowd really determines your tip. Less hours. Like I told y'all, like I was only working at the burger joint when I was serving. Before I started bartending, I was only working there like 3 days a week, and I was making like an extra $600 to $800 a week. You could really just like make that money easy. Like some weekends will be slow, some will be like but like we was cashing out. Good times. So you don't really gotta work too much to make the extra money you need. And if you work in like, if this is like your full-time job, like right now, it's my full-time job outside of photography. And I work like 6 hours, 6-hour shifts, same shifts. And my pay is like what somebody would be making working a full-time job. So I'm already knowing if I was working full-time, like, bruh. But I work at a decent spot, and this place also gives me like a better hourly wage than where I've worked at in the past. So like it just, my income definitely has grown since starting. Another pro is a new challenge every day. Like you're gonna be meeting new people. You're gonna be feeling different every day you go to work. Something's gonna happen. It's a restaurant, things happen. It's just a new challenge. It keeps your brain sharp. Honestly, working in the service industry has improved my short-term memory by miles. Like, I can remember things better and like more, I guess, I can remember them better and more correctly, you know, because sometimes like when you're running around, you don't have time to write things down. And it can be a little nerve-wracking for like your guests. And I have made the mistake of forgetting something. But like, to be honest, it's just expanded my memory. It's definitely a new challenge. It keeps me sharp on my toes. Like, I'm definitely like all the time, super calculated. And honestly, it's just from the hustle. You got to move around and you got to keep your eyes on your people, because your people are your money. So it's definitely a decent little life skill. I've definitely sharpened some life skills working in the service industry. You meet some interesting people and you have some interesting experiences. That's gonna be the next pro we talk about. Like, a lot of people are annoying as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. We'll talk about them in the cons, but I've met some amazing people. I've met other photographers, I've met videographers, I've met road managers, I've met doctors, lawyers, I met a philosopher yesterday. He was black. I told him to start a YouTube channel, so hopefully he started a YouTube channel and get us thinking about the way we live out here. But you meet so many people from so many different places. I know how to say cheers in Irish. Is it Irish now? I think it's Irish. Sluncha. I'm outside. I'm a polyglot out here. We learning, we drinking, we vibing, we're connecting. And honestly, I've met so many people that I've had like some really like life-changing conversations with, whether I changed their life through conversation or they changed mine. So it's just kind of nice to just chill with people sometimes while you at work. And the last pro I will talk about is about how hospitality is a life skill. If you are in the business of marketing, if you're selling anything, you have to make people feel comfortable with you. So working in the service industry has just allowed me to make the most annoying, unpleasable people able to just sit still and eat their food. And honestly, it's taken great patience. It's taken a lot of just like looking within, because I'd be ready to bite people's heads off. People are annoying, but like making people feel comfortable and making people feel welcome and letting them know that they'll be okay even if they're only going to be there for 30 minutes is like a life skill. And honestly, it's great. I've learned so many things. Like, I can make drinks. Like, so when I host parties at my house in the future, or my friends come over and my family comes over, I can make them a drink and I cook. So, you know, just having somebody, just coming somewhere, having somebody feed you and give you something good to drink, and like, you know, y'all chilling, y'all talking, it just feels nice. So it makes people feel better. And, you know, if you're in the business of making people comfortable with you and what you have to offer, if you work in the service industry, definitely try to sharpen that skill, because like it'll benefit you in the long run. So now we're going to talk about cons, guys, and there are definitely some cons to working in the service industry. We'll start off straight up with like so many people and so many personalities and so much energy you have to take on. Some people really come in with like this chip on their shoulder. It just creates a very uncomfortable thing. Like, some people just like look for a problem to have. Like, that is irritating. Like, so there's so many things you got to deal with. So you may have a guest over here that's like super cool, super chill, y'all laughing and talking and having a great time, and then you got this of a person sitting right here, and they watching how you interact with this person, and then they mad because you're not interacting with them like that. But it's just like you're rude. You rude and you irritated, and you came here with an attitude, and you sitting over here watching, telling something. Oh, is that enough alcohol? Did you short? Like, people are so petty. So dealing with their ass is annoying. And if it's a busy night, or a Friday night, a Saturday night, or Sunday morning, those like, It can really just drain you. So yeah, that's a con. That's a con. People and their fucking personalities. People who don't tip. If somebody sits there and they basically wait on you hand and foot and you do not tip them, you're not a good person. I'm not gonna curse you out, okay, because it's gonna get personal. But you're not a good person, okay? You suck. I don't like you. And if I see you at the Walmart, I'm gonna hit you with my cart. And relying on tips sucks too, because at the end of the day, it's 2021. A lot of these jobs are still paying $2.13 an hour. And y'all know that. Y'all know that. There are conversations all over the internet about the service industry, how service get treated, and our service and our rate. And like, you know, what they pay people on the regular, and it's usually $2.13, and then you have tips. Your tips usually do make up for it, but it sucks when like you're supposed to be tipped more and you're not, because like every little bit counts. And because at the end of the day, if you are not paid on a paycheck, you have to pay your taxes. Servers have to pay taxes. So you think I'm just cashing out every night? No, like I have to put money aside so Uncle Sam don't come and try to take my camera, because that's all I got. So yeah, relying on tips sucks because it's just 2021, and then I just feel like these corporations have saved paying people wages for decades, and it's time to make a change. Y'all got some money in the reserve. Y'all didn't put that in some compounding interest accounts. Y'all need to start going ahead and paying people at least about $11 an hour. That's not even like a livable wage, but like if they get tips, that works, and it'll work out, and it'll be worth the while, and you'll see a boost in morale and service in your restaurant. People who like their ass kissed is the next con. Like, I don't know what the be wrong with y'all. Like, nobody on God's green earth is here to kiss your ass. Who told you that? Who told you when you go out to eat that your server has to yes sir, no sir you? Who told you that? Like, be regular. Be regular. Because it's annoying. Like, you really got be coming in there, sitting there, acting like they're that important. And now, you know, you got your VIP guests and you got things like that, but I would still expect one human being to another for you to have some respect. And I have dealt with people who have no respect for people in the service industry. We'll talk about that later, but that's weird. So you want your ass kissed, and then you want people to run up behind you all day. You want me to, like, I'm a bartender, okay? If you are sitting there and you're not talking, I'm not gonna start conversation with you. I'm at work, okay? I'm at work. I'm here, and I probably don't want to be here today. So if you're coming and you're looking in your phone and it seems like you're entertaining yourself, I'm gonna stop in, make sure you good, make sure you got water, make sure you got drink, make sure you got food. But you sitting there wanting me to like stand there and watch you chew your food and pour your water as you sip it out your straw to make sure your cup never empties is ridiculous. Stop going to restaurants expecting people to bend over backwards for you. Everybody's a human being. We are here to make sure that you are fed and that you have an experience and that you want to come back. Not to give you a happy ending. Next con would be rude people, people with no manners, and people with no respect, disrespectful people. And that we'll talk about managers and chefs in the disrespectful people part. Rude people, it's rude to come to a bar and not say anything. It's rude to sit down and just stare. Do you do that like when you go to like Starbucks? Do you do that when you go to like the grocery store? Do you just stand there when the cashier gets to you? You just look them dead in their face? No, you say hello, hi. You know, it's just proper to greet somebody. I'm gonna greet you too, but if I'm busy, don't just sit there and stare at me until I get to you. That's irritating. And like motherfuckers, and then the motherfuckers that be on the phone, but still be trying to like order or be trying to get you to take their order, but when you like start talking to them, they doing all this. Don't talk to me then. Shut the up until you're done on your phone. It's so rude to come up to the phone, say something to me, and then when I say something back to you, act like I'm a nuisance. Have you lost your mind? That's crackhead energy. Like, did you forget what you just did 13 seconds ago? When you asked me for the flatbread with the mushrooms? What's wrong with you? I had a lady the other day, I'm closed or whatever. She's standing on the far end of my bar, all the way over here. I'm counting my drawer down. It's a couple of people lingering at the bar because they still got a little drink or whatever. I'm counting my drawer. I have a TV behind me, and I got the news on, so I'm thinking she caught some whatever. She just stopped to look. She's staring at me, and now the stare is becoming like uncomfortable because she's like squinting and looking at me all menacingly. So I finally feel like that she's looking at me, so I turn and I ask her from all the way from the other end of the bar, mind you, "Are you waiting on me?" "Yeah." What? Why you got so much attitude? First of all, you didn't even approach the bar. You're all the way on the end staring at me. You didn't approach the bar. And then when I ask you, "Are you waiting on me?" you reply with this like sneer. And I'm just like, "I'm closed." She's like, "Oh, really? What time do you close?" 10, 15 minutes ago. Get your But yeah, standing at the end of the bar looking like Rumpelstiltskin with an attitude with me. Have an attitude with that lady at Supercuts that gave you that little bang. But yeah, people just be mad rude. Like, greet people. "Hello, how you doing?" Just because you're getting a service provided to you doesn't mean you have to be rude, and doesn't mean you have to pull down your pants to receive smooches. Disrespectful managers, and like, there's a security complex in the service industry, especially when you get to like upper management, and then chefs especially. When you're a chef, you have to kind of speak loudly. There's a lot going on. There's orders there's tickets printing, there's pots banging, there's orders being called out. There's a lot going on in the kitchen, so you have to be loud. I feel like a lot of chefs take that opportunity to scream at people. That is so rude. At the end of the day, you are working in hospitality. You're supposed to be making people feel comfortable. Nobody should hear your ignorant ass screaming from the kitchen. That is so rude. You're not gonna talk to me like that. Unfortunately, other people let you talk to them like that, but not me. I don't even work in the kitchen. So when you talk to me nice. Scream at me before you. No, do not take opportunities when you are in a position of delegation to yell and berate people and to make them feel small. That's lame. And a lot of chefs be lame, and they have no respect for their line cooks or the servers who work in the restaurant. They want their ass kissed, and then they want you to yes chef, yes chef, yes chef. You're not Gordon Ramsay. And I don't work for him. I probably wouldn't work for him because he yelled too damn much, and that should have pissed me off. But I respect the game, and you're not playing that one. Okay? You work at a burger joint. Chill out. Last con would be long shifts. Like, if you do doubles, that shit is tiring. Your feet hurt. Your head hurts. Your lips hurt from moving them so much. Your jaw hurts from fake smiling so much. Your eyes are like gone. You've been walking from like bright light in the kitchen to like dim light, in the dining room all day. Like, you're so tired that when you get home, you better hop your ass right in the shower, or else it's a wrap. Might as well lay down on the floor in your work uniform and go to bed. Because it's really, really tired. It's really, really tiring. It's like so much energy. You're dealing with people's personalities, their energies, making sure that they are satisfied, and while also keeping your mind on your money. So if you're keeping your mind on your money, you're usually trying to go the extra mile so you can get more than a 20% tip. You're tired at the end of the day, and if you do a long shift, it can really burn you out. So always, like, you know, have your breakfast and stuff in the morning, have coffee, take time for yourself, eat, have a break, stay hydrated. I'm gonna give you guys a couple of tips that if you are in the service industry, or if you are looking to be in the service industry just to make some quick money to, like, you know, get to the next place in life, I got a couple tips for you. One, always be kind, even on a bad day. Be kind. You don't have to be nice. You don't have to be nice. Be kind. People don't have to feel like you're kissing their ass. People don't have to be like, oh, well, why not do this for me? I don't care. I'm being kind. You have Coca-Cola, and you have your burger, and you have your barbecue sauce, and I went up and got you extra mayo and all that other shit. Be kind. And if that's all you got for them on that day, that's enough. Smile. I know, me, I'm not the most smiliest person. It takes me a lot for me to not roll my eyes sometimes, but it does work. Smile. Be firm but polite. If there's no substitutions, there's no substitutions. But you can say that nicely. I'm sorry, the kitchen doesn't allow for us to make any changes to this meal. Can I suggest something else? Or you can just play it up. If what they want to be taken off is it actually makes the meal, play that up and definitely get your coin. But you don't, be firm. Don't let these people run you all over the place. Don't stress yourself out for an asshole. They already found a reason not to tip you. So if you notice that, like, nothing you do is making them happy, honestly, get a bare minimum at that point, because you got other money to make other places. Motherfuckers be really thinking that you finna die because they're not gonna tip you. No, I peep, and now I'm finna move accordingly. Your job is not menial. You're not a peasant. You're not beneath anyone. You're providing a service, just like hairstylers and nail artists and everybody else who lives off tips. You're providing a service, you're providing an experience. People should be grateful. And if they are ungrateful, f them. You don't have to kiss their ass. And put your money first. Always put your money first. Don't get into no bullshit with your coworkers. Handle your emotions properly when dealing with bogus managers and these guests. And don't freak out about when don't tip you, because I promise you the next table will make up for it. I've had people treat me like crap at one table and have gone to a next table and barely did anything for them. $100 tip. Don't stress yourself out. You're worth a lot. You have a plan. This is helping you get your plan in action. Don't stress nothing. Put your money first. Be nice and keep your goals right here. Okay? You don't want to if you don't want to serve for the rest of your life, you don't have to. So remember that. All right, guys, I am on 1% on my camera. I kind of had to rush the ending a little bit. I hope I gave you guys lots of tips, lots of insight. I hope you guys laughed a little bit, and I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.